for MMA. I'm Mark Gilston, this is my friend Brandon, and this afternoon I thought I'd like to discuss the sleeve wheel choke, Sode Guruma Jime. In BJJ, it's usually called Ezekiel. It's a choke which is very old, has lots and lots of applications, and it can be done. It's really more of a precision choke. So if we just look at it from a standing position, usually this choke is not done standing, but it does have the advantage it can be done in a gi or without a gi. So I want to control his neck, and my fingers come into my sleeve. I can either do it with the thumb on the outside or the fingers doing the gripping. So the thumb can do the gripping or the fingers can do the gripping. This hand is going to make a blade. We've got the big sternomastoid muscle here. I'm coming in using the side of my hand. I'm pushing that muscle out of the way and then turning this wrist in and bringing this hand in and up. So that sort of turning and sliding motion is what finishes the choke. All right, so that's the fundamental sleeve wheel choke. Lots of applications. Probably the most common is when you're in the mount attacking your opponent. So here, when I'm doing a mount, this is obviously going to be a low mount for this particular technique, but I always want to make sure my knees are squeezing to control. Ideally, I should have active toes, or either that or I bring my feet under his butt, which I prefer. So my knees are squeezing, my feet are squeezing together. I come down, and anytime we're in the mount, I never want to let him put his head on the mat. If he can put his head on the mat, he can bridge and knock me over. So go ahead, just bridging. Yeah, that's gonna happen if I allow his head to come on the mat. If I keep his head up, go try it now, you'll notice it's not very effective. So this is a good position to be in to begin with. Now, I'm going to grab my sleeve, bring my hand in, and you'll notice I bring my whole weight forward. So I'm actually getting a little bit of extra by pushing my chest against my hand as I slide it up. So that's really common. Now, a lot of times he's going to defend, right? Nobody particularly wants to be choked, at least not too many people. So when I come in and I start to do this, you'll notice he prevents me from bringing my hand across. All right? I still want to grab a sleeve. Okay, I got his sleeve instead of mine. That's fine. Either one is going to work. I'm going to take this hand now. I'm going to curl the knuckles in front, leaving the ones in back straight. I'm going to push the sternomastoid out of the way on the other side. All right, I'm pushing the muscle out of the way. That gets me to the carotid. Come in, and so it goes straight down to push the muscle out of the way and then turns in. My bicep is choking him on the other side. I need some kind of leverage so this hand curls. If I can get my sleeve, fantastic, but he's holding my hand. So if I get his sleeve, he's actually providing the pressure to finish the choke. So I've got the choke going, but I'm not able to finish it because he's bucking, and eventually he may turn me over. So I'm coming in for the choke, trying to work it, and he turns me over. That doesn't stop me. I now finish the choke from the bottom. So I'm trying to finish the choke, and it's not working. I cannot get the leverage to finish it. He's got his head down, right, and I can't quite get in. I'm going to hook his feet and then straighten him out. And that finishes the choke. That works the same for the other version as well, right? I come in, I'm trying to finish, he's fighting me, I can't quite finish, break the balance, and that finishes the choke. So breaking balance, just like in Judo, is very, very critical to finishing a lot of these chokes. If he's mounting me instead of me mounting him, with a low mount, if I can get, all right, so here, what I need to do is control his head. So I want to get an arm inside. Let's do it the other way. Okay, so once I get, no, stay there, Neil. Okay. Stay there. So once I get this arm inside, I can now grab my sleeve and finish that thrust choke version. I can try, if he's looking over here, then I can do the standard version. So it depends where his head is, but most of the time his head is going to be opposite his arm and probably very low, right? He's trying to control me. He's actually trying probably to do the same choke on me, right? So he comes in, interestingly, because of my arm position here being high, if I bring my elbow down, grab my sleeve, I have better leverage on this side than he does. Because I'm on the bottom, I can make that even more powerful by raising him up. If I didn't finish the choke, I've still managed to flip him over, and that's a better position than him being in full top mount. The sleeve wheel choke works in a lot of different positions, not just when we're face to face that way. It works particularly well in keisagatami with the sides seated hold. Again, because the scarf hold, my hand is already around his neck. So it's very natural for me to progress into the sleeve wheel choke from this position. I have to deal with this arm. All right, Judo, my knee is down. Jiu-jitsu, my knee is up. For finishing the choke, the knee being up is slightly to my advantage. And obviously, a standard Judo keisa down here, it's hard because he can turn his head. I don't have the leverage. So for finishing the choke, I want a higher keisa. I'm going to fight the arm. He's worried about an arm bar. He's going to tuck his arm. Right. He's going to bring it under so that I don't have an easy arm bar attack. But it also means that he doesn't have this arm to defend. So the wheel choke, the sleeve wheel choke, is now a lot easier to do. Hand up, cross, and come in to finish. He doesn't want that to happen. He's going to try and protect his neck by tucking his chin down deep, right? But that, still, because he's facing this way, I can still come under and finish. If he faces the other way, right, and tucks and protects. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this collar, okay, bring my fingers in and finish with that side version. Even when he's really trying to defend against this, well, now you turned your head the other way, right? Yes. So I can still come in, right? There's a little bit of room down here. I can use that room to come in from underneath and finish. If he brings his hand across, thinking that that's going to help, right? This is a kimura, right? because I'm bringing his arm across, pushing against, my elbow is pushing down on his shoulder, my hand is blading towards the ground, I'm holding the wrist, and that's a nice shoulder lock, so he's not going to do that. All right, so we think of the sleeve wheel as being a front choke, but if you have the back, and we're going for all of these kinds of things, and he's again being super defensive against this, I can come low, grab, blade, so what happens because of my leverage is I end up pulling him back, and his hands are ending up going to slide up. The fact that he's pulling down on his collar is probably helpful to me because it lets me get in and under. That blade in the back, just as if I would do it from the front. Start to put on the pressure, bring your stomach forward, and at a certain point, you slide right into the carotid, and you can finish the choke there. So, two nice variations, both of which have a lot of very useful applications. All right, Sode Guruma Jime. If you've enjoyed the video, please click like and subscribe to our channel, Seryoku Zenyo, meaning maximum efficiency. If you click on the bell, you can get the videos as soon as they are posted. Thank you, Brandy.
Thank you.